Hey there folks, it's the Caffeinated Dad coming to you with another casted match. This time over here in the northeast section, we have Zweiben playing Shennong with the golden favor of China. And then on the, that's actually a lot closer than I thought. They're very, very close. Close match, nice and tight. Over here on the western side of the match, we have Matreus going ahead and playing that Poseidon, the classic cavalry god of the seas. Now, starting out with this particular map, I also really want to highlight this. This is a very unique map. It's a very unique map. Very, very unique map. Whoever holds the center holds the gold in the world. It is so critically important that you hold it and you maintain it, because guess what? That is where all of your dreams will come true. I don't know if that is true. But taking a look, we have the Quafu over here on to the northeast side. Zweiben's Quafu is just whacking away, getting that sweet, sweet gold. Really, really just hammering around, using those giant big hands to grab gold. He's using actually a stone. I never actually knew that. He's using a stone to break another stone, which is actually a little funny. But over here onto this side, I recently have been playing a little bit of the Chinese gods. I've been doing Yumi. And having a decent time figuring out the yin and yang, going back and forth. So that's something. Poseidon's a classic. Everyone's done Poseidon. Everyone knows Poseidon. Little bit more micro-intensive, especially cavalry orientation, but overall not a bad god in any way, shape, or form. Seeing the start out, we have a pretty aggressive, we'll say, temple. Probably looking to get that early up into the classic age. Again, Greeks do very, very good with that anyway, so it kind of goes ahead and makes sense. Also, before I get too far away, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am on the journey to 1,000 subscribers, and every little step helps out, and I would greatly appreciate that. And if this video gets a total of 1 like, damn it, I'll like it myself. I'll cast another one. It's like one of those things where it's like, you see someone comment on Facebook and they say, like, if this post gets 1 like, I'll go and order Taco Bell, and then they like it themselves. And it's like, say less. Already moving into Ares as our god. Oh no, my green screen! The immersion! It's gone! Moving into Ares. For that age up, we already have Theseus on their way out. And again, early aggression. Already before the 3-minute mark. Going into the classic age. That is aggressive. That is aggressive. Going off to grab some of these techs, these relics that we have. So the Anvil of Hephaestus, I think, is more important in my mind. I would say that. But build time reduction by 10% is pretty strong. Ares and that Cyclops is going to pop out very, very quickly. The Quafu is still actually not terrible. Not terrible against any kind of classic age myth units. But we got the Ares, we got the rush. It looks like we're going to go for it. Favored land is starting to grow. And immediately, here comes the Cyclops marching his way across. Says, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to throw hands. And Atalanta is already on her way over. She's ready to fight. But we do have the Chi Yu coming through for the upgrade. The Pioneer's here to defend. But I don't know. Atalanta is probably going to be the best option against that. Because the Cyclops, even though they're fairly strong, not going to be enough against that Pioneer being able to defend. Even though he only has 5, he's only dealing 5 damage in the classic age. He needs to have an upgrade. We have the Sky Lancers going around checking some things out. Everything moving very, very forward. Even though that early upgrade was nice, it didn't do enough. It did not make the progression enough, because we're about to tick over into the heroic age. And here, yeah, Atalanta's over here just pestering away. Spots the Cyclops over here onto the west side of their base. But we're already into the classic age, so no more onto that side as far as aggression is concerned. Now, taking a look back over here at home, Poseidon is decided to go. We're going 2 TCs with this. That is going to be the play. Maybe that's why we decided Ares and say goodbye to that Catascopus. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way in heck he's getting out of there. So the early pressure does not yield any results from Atreus. But over onto this side, these pioneers running away from Theseus. And it's going to try to intercept. No, 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 don't fight it. Don't fight it. What do you have? Pygmalion statue, 40% increase to villagers. Who's going to have fast hands? Because I think he might... Oh, okay, all right. You got the garrison. Got the garrison. That's fine. Army of pioneers. Slight damage. Slight push. But we already have the Tao swordsman coming through, which means that we do, in fact, have a military camp already up. We got the pioneers on the way. And over on to Atreus' side, we do have that stable up. And now we are getting the Hippias to come out, ready to go, ready to march across here and throw some hands. Pretty standard, although we're going to definitely see a lead start to progress for our Poseidon player, especially with the 2 TCs. The 2 TCs make a huge difference. Even though it has this nice little wall right here, the one over on the south side would have been actually the better target, because this one has 2 gold mines, has a natural hunt. Like, this is a decent force. 7 pioneers and 2 Tao swordsmen, and then a Yahtzee is what I call it. But over onto the back end, we have the Hippiases, the Hippii. And they're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage against archers. But again, they're just so fast under Poseidon that it's a tough one to win. It's a tough one to progress. Atalanta immediately rallying over there, just checking to see if you don't have a second TC. Just checking on all these, just seeing what they can see. That is 1 dead Cyclops. Say sayonara. The Odyssey wasn't that great. Sorry, Christopher Nolan. The double TC is working pretty well. We have hoplites rolling out as well. Hoplites are always just generally good to have as frontline units. Always just generally good to have. But we do have the counter, the Guy Halberdier. They're going to be able to come through and be able to counter any kind of Hippias mass that they are looking to do. But there's only 3 military units over here. And Zweiben is looking to fight right now. It says, I want that smoke and everything that comes along with it. That Tao swordsman's all by himself. He's so beefy. Oh, the poor man. The poor man, what can you do? But this temple might go down if there's no push with these military units. The Hippiases are able to be scared away with all the pioneers and the Tao swordsmen. But we do get the tower upgrade. That tower upgrade is going to play wonderful dividends in the amount of, we'll say, defensibility that this whole area is going to have. Looks like they got a Quillin over onto this side. So Quillin is good. This is actually possibly one of the better units that you could get because it has the heal aura. It heals nearby units passively, which is really, really strong. All right. Okay, we have the Demio's Sword of Dread coming through. That is very important because that allows there to be hypaspists. They're able to roll through, and they're going to be able to attack over onto this side. 5x multiplier with 7 damage. 5x multiplier against melee. Melee. That's going to be a tough one to deal with. Hypus coming through. Pegasus flying out. And immediately the Quafu says, you know what? It's time. We need to build this second TC. Decent coverage with the favored land, has a good split all the way across the board. This TC was, of course, going to be the best option because of the 2 gold mines that are over here, as well as the food. You know you want to see it. You know you need to have it. We're having a little sneaky raid. We're going to see what we can see over here. Just checking. Probably checking on this TC. Although you've scouted this area, this TC isn't really around anything. You're not going to see anything from there. There's definitely nothing coming from that TC. But if you have this large mass of units standing right there, you can assume that that TC is already up and running. So taking a look over our Poseidon players, getting the master of weaponry, as well as getting some more of the medium upgrades. Gets one of them, and then here comes a group of Terracotta Riders. Now, the Terracotta Riders are short-lived. Right? I'm pretty sure they just fade out in general as time goes on. But the idea is that they work very, very well as just an instant unit boost that you can use. It's going to catch this Hippias. He's running away. He can't ride away fast enough. And down he goes. Down he goes. Not fast enough, he said. There's no point. The Terracotta Riders are just going to fade out on their own anyway. Storehouse going down. There's no way that he's going to go for a second TC or a third TC. Are you going 3 TCs, you madman? Yeah, no. Like, I can't believe it. All right, walls being put down. Matrius still doesn't know that Zweiben has this second town center over here. Has no idea, but this is just... yeah, the Terracotta Riders are down to 1 unit, or 1 HP. All right, we're getting the upgrade. We're going Dionysus. We're going to see some Hydra out here onto the playing field, ready to go, ready to damage, ready to fight. Fight all the things, but this is such a large force. With the Quillen support, you have a total of 10 pioneers, 8 archers, 6 Dao swordsmen. How many Gi halberdiers? 7. It's just a very well spread out amount of units. And look at all these Quafu. The Quafu carry the game. 100%. Quafu carry. That's the name. That'll be the name of this video. So Quafu carry. Matrius, yep. Matrius decided I just needed to get that wood. Going to go for a third town center. This is fine, right? This is fine because you can snowball your economy 100%. And then especially with you going into the heroic age, it's definitely going to work. And then we see over here Roshu coming through for, or Rushu coming over here for Zweiben. And now the economy is going to start playing a bigger point. Even though you have this decent sized military, which you do, you 100% do, it does not mean anything if you're not applying pressure. You have all of this and you're just stockpiling. Now the units don't go bad. Don't get me wrong. They don't go bad. But now we're getting Pelotasts. Now we're getting medium, more Hippistists. And then they're getting their upgrades into heavy and medium respectively. Like, he doesn't even know this third TC. He hasn't even touched this side of the base. But just, this is a Greek snowball if I have ever seen one. And look, already, nearly 10 more villagers. And they have 3 villagers popping out at a time. And that is just a tough one to deal with. Tough one to deal with because there's just going to be so many units that come through. So many units. They got the bronze ready. They got the pestilence ready. But then we also have lightning weapons coming, are available. But this unit, the Hippists, the Hypists, I can never say their name, and the Pelotasts or Peltists are going to be very, very strong. Pioneers sending out all of their look-a-loos, their sky lanterns to see what they can see. I love the Terracotta Riders are up front. The Bow of Horror is going to be coming out, so range Toxides are going to be 10 extra damage, 10% extra damage. We got the Imperial Academy down to go ahead and get some of the heroes, and then the hero upgrades, right? Yeah, definitely going to get some heroes. We're getting the armory upgrades. The heavy range soldiers are coming through, so now it's heavy for ranged and infantry. Have nothing for the cavalry, which is ironic for Poseidon. But this is a decent fighting force on both sides. Both sides. Although the numbers are in favor of Shennong, now they're split. Oh, did he use the lightning weapon? No, that's just their upgrade. That's just their upgrade, yeah. Increases attack range and attack speed. That's just the glowing effect so that you can see. Will someone just take out these Terracotta? Thank you. Take out the Terracotta Riders. This is not the best fight. This is kind of a split. The bronze is dropped. So is the lightning weapons and the Fey Beasts. Everything is being thrown into this one fight here. The Pelotas over here are getting pushed away. The Fey are coming out. And the bronze doesn't do enough. You have all of this economy. You have 20 more of these, 20 more. Yeah, definitely rally those away. You have 20 more villagers, and it's just flat out the use of the god powers have stopped you. Poseidon, I don't know if that is the god to be able to sit back and say, you know what, we're gonna be a little bit more chill. We're gonna be a little bit more relaxed. Lost that initial fight. Shennong's on the back end. Shennong's on the back end, dropping their prosperous seeds. But there is still hope. We have Hippotla. And then We have the food. We have the gold. We got to be recruiting, buddy. I don't know. This one's going to be tough. This fortress is going to go up. That's going to be fine. That's going to be able to protect. But Zweiben is just pushing through. And the swing of economy is the only thing that is really keeping Matrius into this game. 100%. That is what's keeping Matrius into this game. We need to micro those heroes. That Hippolyta needs to be target firing a lot of these guys down. Pelitas, I don't think... No, and we don't have the ballistics upgrade. We need the ballistics upgrade. But they're just going to be able to rip through here onto the back end. Even though you're destroying all those fire archers are taking a lot of damage. Now we've got a massive units. Now it's about even. Now we're about right where we were. Micro back, micro back, micro back. Micro back, micro back. Let the front line do it. Use these guys. You have to use those guys to micro down. Okay, good, 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 good. We're getting a micro over onto there. The heroes are up front. Deal with that Quillen. That Quillen's got to go down because they're just flat healing everything. The Pelitas are in the back, or the Peltas are in the background. Focus firing those fire archers down. It looks like this swing is going to be very, very close. Very, very close. But there's so many Guy halberdiers up front. And that's just going to be so hard. Immediately, Hippolyta is target firing down this Yazi. But there's just such a strong front line. The strong front line right there. The Guy halberdiers and the Dao swordsmen are able to deal so much damage. The Peltas go ahead and push away the fire archers. And now we're getting some more prosperous seeds over onto the far end. It's a 2 TC versus 3 TC. And now the economy lead right now is only just a little bit. You're out of food. There's only 3. You only have 3, 4 on food. You have 50. 50. What are you doing? You have so many. These farms needed to be built yesterday. Oh my goodness. Oh, you had so much. Now these Toxicities are just going to be picked apart because now we have White Horse Cavalry. Zweiben pulls out the victory. Oh my goodness. You have 4,000 wood. Buddy, do you even have a market? Please tell me you have a market somewhere. You do. Buy some food. Homeboy, you need a front line. You need a front line. What is going on, Zweiben? Oh my goodness. Very, very good fight. Very, very good display of patience on Zweiben's part. Many different times that probably could have came out and been a lot more aggressive, but just very, very patient, very, very straightforward. Poseidon needed to be more aggressive. In my mind, Poseidon needed to be more aggressive, harry around the edges of the camps, doing what they can to attack and just basically push them out. That right there, that's the economy win. GG.